Hi guys, it's Ashley. So today I wanted to do another Halloween tutorial for you because Halloween is coming up so quickly and I just have not been able to find the time to record as many videos as I wanted. But this look is very flamey, devil, firewoman, firefighter look. It's very easy to do. It's going to take a lot of blending, so be prepared to blend like crazy. But if you want to learn how to do this look, keep watching. Okay, so to begin, we are going to use our eyeshadow primer. Of course, I use Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but you guys just use what you have. And just rub that all over the eye. It's going to create a great base for all these colors we're going to put down. The first step is to place that yellow, and we're going to be using a flat shader brush for that. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I have the best flat shader brush, but this is the one that I use. It's kind of small. I think it's some off-brand. And I'm going to be using my Coastal Scents 78 palette. This one here. Unfortunately, I don't have a really great high pigment palette, so this is the best I could achieve with this palette. So use what you have, always use what you have, and let's get started. So these bristles are very tightly packed, and it's going to allow you to pick up a lot of color and place it pretty precisely. So I've gotten some yellow on this brush, and that looks like a lot, but we're going to have to do a lot of building. So let's start in placing that on the inner 1/3 of the eye. So once you've built that up to the level of the desired shade, I'm going to go with just 2 coats on this one, then you're just going to move on to that middle color, the orange. I'm going to use the same flat shader brush, just flip it to the other side, and I'm going to pick up like a medium orange. This palette, you can see here, they have a couple of different ranges of orange, but we're going to build this one up. So I'm going to start with this mid-range here. Again, load up a lot of color on this brush. And we're going to apply that to the middle third. And definitely have to pack this on, a lot of color for this middle. And then once you get that in, just sort of blend it into your yellow, using very soft, short strokes. And you'll go back and touch up that yellow as needed over the course of this look. Okay, so we have a good bit of that orange placed, and we're still going to work with it a little bit more, but we're going to move on to a darker, almost red shade now for your outside. Alright, we're going to go with a bit of a darker orange here for our base. It's going to be the darkest color in this palette, and to apply that, I'm going to be using a stiff dome brush. Looks like this. This is my Sonia Kashuk. It's domed, but it's a bit stiff, so it allows you to place the color pretty precisely. So pick up some of that color. And what we're going to do is do like short circles right here along the outside. Once most of the color is off of your brush, then go ahead and sweep it up into your crease. And just go to that middle of the orange. Don't go down into the yellow. So you can use a red with this if you have red. If not, just stick with the oranges. Sometimes red eyeshadow ends up coming out very pink, and so for this I wanted to stick to a very straight up orange palette. And then blend that in to that other orange, just along the edges. Once you have that blended into the orange, now we're going to concentrate on blending and softening the edges and the crease. For that I'm going to be using a new brush, and I'm going to do a review on this brush a bit later on this week. But this is a very large fluffy blending brush, huge brush. It's made by Flirt, and I found this at Kohl's for $7. So it's really great. I've used it a couple times, so I'll do a review on it once I've had a little bit more time to use it. We're just going to pick up a skin tone color for the highlight, and that'll help us blend it out. So I'm just going to go with something a few shades lighter than my regular skin color. Just load that up on this fluffy brush, and let's get to work on that edge. You want to use windshield wiper motions and just soften it up. So it's going to take a little while to get it softened, but just keep working at it. Okay, so now that's really, really soft. But I'm still not happy with the level of intensity we have there because I really want more of an intensity of this one. So I'm going to move on to a different color. I'm going to move on to an orange pigment that I got as part of a set off of eBay. They're just non-branded. And I pressed them into a palette. So I'm going to go with this color here. It's a very striking orange. So we're just going to get that stiff dome brush again, pick up a little bit of this orange, and now we're going to work that in. And you'll see a huge color difference. So mix and match your colors. So it's a huge bit of intensity, but it's not a problem because we're going to blend it out. Pick up some more of that skin color highlight on that big fluffy brush, and let's blend some more. So use as much of that highlight color as you need to get that nice and blended. And now we're going to go back and just punch up some of the other colors. Okay, then the final step, we're going to add a little bit of maroon to the edges. Just going to go with this color right here. Get just a little bit of that, and then trace along your inner V, and that's going to give you that great maroon accent. So just trace right along your inner V. And then more blending. This look has a lot of blending. Once you have all the colors blended together, you're happy with the level of intensity, and you know, they're both pretty similar to matching. Obviously, they'll be much more matching when you're doing them back and forth as opposed to me doing that one at a time. So take a little bit of that orange. Either orange is fine. I'm going to use the pigment in this case, and we're just going to run it right here along the lash line. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up some yellow, do the same thing on the inner corner. And blend that yellow right over it so it's not too strong. Now we're going to move on to our liner. I'm going to use my angled liner brush with the Stila Smudge Pot in black. Okay, I've coated both sides, and we're going to start in the outside this time, not opposed to the middle. And we're just going to draw in to where your lashes stop and taper it in where your lashes stop. So bring your brush in and down. Just right where your lashes stop. You don't want to go over that yellow because it's going to just make that yellow look too dark. And then we're going to give it a little wing out. Okay, so once you wing it out, just trace down, make a little triangle here. So you'll have that little triangular shape there on both sides. And then we're going to drag what's left on this brush along the waterline. Just connecting that upper and lower. If you're not comfortable using this brush on your waterline, then switch to a pencil. So you should have a nice connected wing there, which is what gives you that V effect. Okay, finally I'm going to add some mascara. I'm going to be using a Lash Plumper, the 2000 Calorie Max Factor. Adding a wing to your eyeliner also helps your lashes look fuller on the edges. Although I can never seem to get mine to match just right. One's either too low, one's too high, but you get the idea. Takes a little practice, so just practice a little bit. And then I'm going to apply a little mascara to the bottom lashes as well. And I just like to switch up my brush and use a different brand on the bottom. I have a preference to using the Maybelline Define a Lash on my bottom lashes. I like the brush much better for the tiny lashes. That's it. That's your completed look. I paired it with a nice orangey red, a little bit of gloss on top. The cheeks are bronzed, so very neutral. It's a little hard to tell in the camera, but it's just bronzer. I defined the brows with a pencil just to make them a little bit more dark, and so your brows frame your eye in this case. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope you'll try it out. This will be a great look if you're going to be like a sexy firefighter, if you're going to be a devil, anything regarding fire, flames, this will be a great look for you. You can also just pretty much wear it with any costume if you like it. So I hope you guys will try it out, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching.